Driving business.
Yes, we'll be back from the break. It's exactly 3 minutes past 8. You're still watching Smart Means Business, your daily Kickstarter. Here for today, I'm Andrew Bariji and I'm here with Masika Time as we're driving you through all the way. But definitely also great thanks from all our viewers across Africa, West Africa, North Africa, Southern Africa, and all over East Africa. But of course, not forget those also into the Central Africa, most especially the Central African Republic. That way. But of course, as we proceed, still to remind you that all these discussions on the show proudly brought to you by Zabu, which is a platform for Maltex through which you can buy bond securities for a fee of 15,000 Ghana shillings. And now the markets are going to be opening anytime from now, just about 11 minutes that are left. And they will open at 8:15, run up to 3:15 p.m. East African time. Now here you can buy bond securities for as low as 15,000 Ghana shillings, and life will definitely be amazing. And this is regardless of where you're located. It could be in the east, west, south of the country. You can really access these markets and trade, and regardless of whether you have a smartphone or a battery phone. Well, it's simple. The key is just that 92 hash. And that's why Zabo comes out and boldly tells you that it's my money, it's my future, and also East Africa still tells you that you need to do something for yourself. Remember, it is 2023. Well, heading back to our topic of discussion, that is matters to do with financial literacy, and of course we shall be taking a look at what are those initiatives that government has been doing over time to make sure that it enhances the rate of financial literacy. Of course, depending on the statistics that we looked into in the morning call, as a result of having quite imbalances in different groups of people in Uganda when it comes to financial literacy. The old people versus the young people, the men versus the women, the rural people versus those in urban centers. It's like that we can create a balance of that. But of course, before we get into still that, on Smart Means Business, we believe in inspiration. And I believe, Marcy, inspiration is key. I never will stop insisting on this, regardless of what the energy, you may be so passionate, you have this much energy to manifest something, but you need inspiration, and inspiration comes all along with mentors and role models that we look up to.
No, we're trying to fight as much as can mental disorders, so definitely do get
mental disorders. Yes, that we saw a report which was 30%, and that is quite a very scary figure.
30%.
It can actually increase to 40 before you know it. Half the nation is mad. Like, for real. Well, let's get inspired for now. Okay, interesting. A business which only makes money is a poor business.
A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. But of course, you see, by the way, okay, fine, it's maybe about the money, but at the end of the day, after you get in the money, how do you treat the people, your customers? You create a community.
Okay.
It's not just about the money. I've gotten the money. Yes. What if you need change? What you go to your neighbor to ask for change?
You will get it. You will have to get it to neighbor.
Yeah.
Change.
So it's about connecting. It's not just about the money, people.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with different people.
Okay.
Understanding. It's just like going to a bar. Do you know most of bartenders have acted as shrinks for most people? Someone is there, they're telling you there are problems, and you're getting the money, but then you're relating with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get your point from that.
So you have gotten the money at the end of the day. If you lose a person, who's going to come and bury your loved one? If you have a party, who's going to contribute?
The people.
Yeah, the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of when they are combining the net worth of individuals. It's like Ali said, Jay-Z's 2.3 billion.
Yeah.
One of the aspects that can be quantified into money terms is goodwill, is your image. And now this time, even when they are actually calculating the net worth of any company, the goodwill, what is the good image that company has towards the company, towards the public. Goodwill can be that if I come to you, this company, I need something to help me out. You're going to help me. I may not have the physical cash, but because of my goodwill, my good reputation, that I can actually raise these finances regardless. It may not matter when, but it will be. So goodwill is a currency. Actually, it's a huge currency for any business out there. It's not about the money. If even though you have this money and you don't have the goodwill, you don't have the good reputation, because there is where money can fail. Somebody can tell you to, okay, pay this for $2 billion, and you may not really be able to pay it at once. But this is money that you can pay in installments for over a period of time. It could be 10 years, over 5 years, depending on the agreement you put there. But that can only be possible out of the image. You don't only make money, but you have an image. But if you're just about so proud of your money, somebody will tell you, I need $2 billion to give you this, and you have to pay it now. Before you know it, you get a crazy date, and you accumulate so much. And that's not being financially literate when you do that.
About financial literacy.
Yeah. Anyway, that is it for our inspiration moment. Now getting back to our topic of discussion, financial literacy and leveraging on forex trade.
Yeah. By the way, have you ever? I've not actually, for the people I know when they talk about forex trade.
Yeah.
I know for the first time I heard it, I thought it was a scam, really. Oh, wow.
Personally, I think it's the only true legit business online, apart from all these network, they call them MLMs, these pyramid schemes which are very common and all that. Those are scams, but forex trade is legit.
It's really legit.
It's legit.
I've seen testimonies of people saying
that I've made money.
I have made money. That's the only thing I do throughout the day. Yeah, I do go. I dedicate 30 minutes to do that, then sit and wait.
Okay, that's absolutely very amazing. But you see, Marcy, there are also questions as to why is it that some people don't make money from forex trade, and there are people that have lost money.
I think it's just like betting.
No, it's not really a bet. I think you need to. That's why there are lessons. There are lessons.
You have to understand the craft of it.
You need to understand the craft of it.
Yeah.
You take these personal lessons. Now, me, for over time, the people have observed some of the reasons as why some people don't make money from forex trade, and this could actually be applying to you, the viewer out there. There is this aspect of being in a cycle of, can I call it, of depression in some sort of a way. Okay, this is what I mean by that. Of, with forex trade, we have what we call strategies, trading strategies, what you trade with, for you to make money. Now, this is for you realize a strategy. And you've researched about it, and yes, you test it out, and it starts to make you money. It makes you money the first week, it makes you money the second week, and you accumulate lots of money. But later on, you start to lose money. That strategy starts to lose you money. You start to lose the money you used to make. Now, in the process, you start to doubt the strategy. And now when you start to doubt the strategy, you try to adjust it a little bit. And as you try to adjust it a little bit, it even gets much more worse. And before you know it, you are now getting a new strategy. You see that? Now that strategy works for you, and it comes to a period and it hits you so hard. No, you keep on changing strategies. So that is in some sort of a cycle of depression from that perspective. Now, what would you do? If I were you, actually, if you find a strategy, it's good, there is what they call backtesting a strategy before you actually employ it with your actual cash. That's why we have demos. Most forex brokers actually have demo accounts. I've played demos before, and you see, you test out all things. But now, it's all because every strategy has its strength and weak points. So as you're backtesting that strategy on the demo account, you'll be able to find out what are the strength periods of this strategy. And you also take a look at the losing periods. Because there is never a strategy that is a safe haven, that, hey, I've reached, it's not there. I mean, for the people that have been, for the little time I did Forex, and for the people that have been doing Forex, you can actually witness with me that there is no strategy, but it's all about understanding that each strategy has losing points and getting to master those points. And then once you see that the market is heading towards those points, chill, don't shred, then wait. It also, by the way, comes back to patience, because there is this urge, whereby you feel like you can accumulate $1,000 overnight, and you end up trading, doing too much trading. Before you know it, you're really making quite some huge losses. So that's one of the major reasons as to why majority of the forex traders don't actually make money. But however, we still have success stories of people that have actually made it. Well, we shall be having a guest later on in the later hours of the show at 9, and he will be definitely breaking further matters into this aspect of forex trading. Well, now getting back to our point of discussion, financial literacy. Now we need to understand, what is the impact of financial literacy on someone's wealth and growth? You see, it's a topic that is taken lightly, but it plays a role in determining your net worth and your wealth in many aspects of life. Now, of course, some of the key aspects here is when it comes to savings. Yesterday we were taking a look at savings. Somebody who's financially literate will definitely make the right decisions, financial decisions. Now, here I see that financially literate individuals are more likely to save money on a regular basis. And they understand the importance of saving for emergencies and retirement and other financial goals. It was really a key discussion yesterday. Then there's reduced dates, and financially literate individuals are less likely to take on excessive debt. We have this habit of borrow from Peter to pay Paul, which becomes a little bit accumulative because you don't make the right financial decisions. You end up accumulating debt, which debt comes with interest rate on it, and before you know it, it is something way above you, and you can't really control it. And now, of course, there is the aspect of improved credit score. Now, a credit score is a measure of a person's credit worthiness. Now, this is used by lenders to determine whether to approve a loan and what interest rate like the charges on the loan. Now, financially literate individuals are more likely to have a good credit scores because they understand how to manage that is debt responsibly. By the way, if you're not financially literate, chances are huge that you won't be able to handle dates, because dates are not bad. I'm not saying we shouldn't get them, but as long as it is used for the right reasons. But when you're financially literate, you will borrow money, and before you know it, you're going to, you're heading to a good place to have a nice meal on borrowed money. You're buying a TV set on borrowed money. If you borrow money, what is it supposed to do? So credit scores are quite key and important. With financial literacy, you can have a good credit score. That means you can easily get credit from any lender or financial institutions. Now, investment decisions is also key. Financially literate people, when you're financially literate, you are likely to make the best investment decisions
ever.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know where you're going to benefit from Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're financially literate, you know, if I invest in agriculture, I'm going to
Yeah.
get
This amount of money.
This amount
Yeah.
of money, compared to when you're illiterate and all you can think about is food, and you know how I'm going to. Actually, if you make a survey,
Yeah.
you realize that most of the financially literate people, I would say I would be among them, we focus mainly on spending. Spending for consumption, not for investment.
Spending for consumption.
Not for
That is key, by the way.
Not for investment. Like if they sat down and made a survey, like, what would you really invest? They're like, no, I don't have money.
Exactly.
I don't have enough money. Like you can never have enough money.
Of course, it will never be enough.
All you need to do is use those small savings that you have and invest. You don't have to invest in a big thing. You have to invest in smaller. You know, investment also depends on how much you have at the moment.
Yeah.
You could choose to invest in a smaller thing, you know, to broaden to a bigger dream that you have
Definitely.
in the future.
Yeah, yes. It's
So you
just
could
acts
start
like a
by
plan.
buying one motorcycle, you know, and have someone take it around and bring you money at the end of the day. Then probably when you get more money, you can buy, like, you've had people who have like 20 borders, you know,
Yeah.
or maybe Ubers. So definitely it could be the start. You can start with a smaller thing. That is why we need financial coaches in our lives.
Financial coaches.
Yes, you know, you earn $1 million shillings. At the end of the day, what are you going to use? You're going to get little for rent, then this ABC. So how much are you going to save? At least save 50,000, 100,000. By the end of the year, if you want to maybe buy a piece of land, by the end of 3 years, you'll have something to really have for yourself. Because I mean, land actually, you could use land for very many things. You could choose to build a house or rentals. Because when you build a house, you actually reduce the cost of paying rent and all that. Yeah, it's an advantage. Or you could actually lease it out. People could use it for, you know,
business. Accommodation.
So yeah, it's really, we have to really think. It's just that what is killing us as youth is, well, the lifestyle that we're living, the high-end lifestyle that we're living in. Oh my goodness, you want to go to those events, you want to drive that car, but then if you buy a car, you're not going to use it for Uber, you need to fuel it. You need to fuel it.
Exactly.
You need to park it. You're renting, you don't have parking, you have to pay for parking.
It all adds up really big, really big. That is, I mean, being financially literate, you can actually survive quite lots of aspects in here. But of course, now taking a look at the impact of financial literacy, most especially now on personal growth. Now, when you're financially literate, there is increased confidence.
Obviously.
One, there is reduced stress, mental illness,
mental disorders.
all financial literacy. Then there is improved decision-making skills in all spheres of your life. Then we have the aspect of greater financial independence. You're likely to actually be financially independent when you are financially literate. And now financial independence is something which majority of the people fight for in Uganda. I mean, which of course we shall get there all the time, but this will only be possible if we are willing to change our mindsets. And I was especially on the side of the women. And I was reading something about marriages. Most women in Africa marry because of the money is acting as a source of their hope of financial security. But which is not the case if you to compare abroad. I mean, women there are more focused. Marriage is not something. It's something they can get at any time of life. They are not really desperate.
You
That's
see
why
that,
it's
you know, it's
very
one
desperate.
thing to marry for financial security,
But a big
but
number
then
of women.
it's how you handle in the process. Yes, you're gonna have everything right there, but do you think that maybe there could be an emergency? Probably the contract has ended and you're sitting home. What are you gonna do?
What if those are questions to really ask yourself into.
I think we never think through it. We never think through it. We are excited. We're like, oh goodness, there are calamities that actually calamities that happen. There could be death. There is a possibility of sickness.
Okay, let's put death aside.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Let's talk about losing a job.
Losing a job. There is also that. So
The man loses the job.
Yes, you as a woman of the house, what are you going to really do to make sure that you provide for the meantime?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Have you been saving, or you've been squandering the money? You go do your nails every day, you're changing gear every now and again, because I believe some women are given upkeep for 1 million.
Yeah. A day.
So what is 1 million going to do for you in a day? I mean, there is food fully stocked in the fridge. There is what are you going to use that money for? I don't think we think at times as women we don't. You go stock your wardrobe. It's full, clothes never put on, but then at the end of the day, someone tells you I do not have money. I mean, how can you have all that upkeep and not think about saving?
Yeah, very key questions to really talk about. And maybe some of the simple ways you can actually improve your financial literacy skills. Man, read some books. Read some books, financial data. I mean, advising you on finances, but of course you need to be careful what you read. I know the book of somebody who used to read way back in time. I think Rich Dad Poor Dad, something like that. Robert Kiyosaki, and now he's the same person who went bankrupt. Anyway, that causes a sudden conflict of the information you're reading there. But anyway, that's life. But it's important. Read these books, financial literacy, take financial education courses, talk to a financial advisor. It's also very key to have a financial advisor in your life. By the way, many people don't take it like, I need a financial advisor. That is for the rich people. I mean, maybe we have the perception that, hey, that if I have this person in my life, I will have to give them money every day.
No, you don't have to.
But it could be somebody like a financial advisor. Could be your friend.
It could be your friend, actually, for those that handle finance. We also have, even among our friends, or parents, there are those that actually do handle finances better.
Exactly.
So you could go. It doesn't have to be a consultant like those that have gone to school.
You go and hire a special. This is my financial advisor. Well, could be a friend out there whom you see that when you look at them, they are really having a stable financial life. You could inquire from them of every decision you want to make, financial decision. They could really guide you out. We mentioned about taking courses, financial education courses, but that might involve a little penny. But cheaper ways is read books, look for a financial advisor, and use online financial resources such as budgeting tools and investment calculators. They are quite very key. Now, away from that, finally, as we wind up this discussion briefly, taking a look at the initiatives which are being done by government to make sure that there is financial literacy in our country, Ghana. Now, in 2023, the government of Uganda and several other organizations have put in place various initiatives to enhance financial literacy. And now, some of these initiatives include, some of these have been in existence for quite a while, but they have projected visions of 2030 to make sure that Ugandans are financially literate. Now, the National Financial Literacy Strategy is one of them. The National Financial Literacy Strategy. Now, this was launched, that was in 2020, that's about 3 years back, and it aims to improve financial literacy among all Ugandans. That is by the year 2030. So just about 7 years left for this to be effective, and we see how far have we gone in terms of financial literacy. Now, the four pillars, of course, include the 4 pillars of the National Financial Literacy Strategy include education and awareness is key. And now this pillar aims to increase awareness of financial literacy to provide Ugandans with knowledge and the skills they need to make sound investment decisions. Now, we have aspects here of financial products and services. There is financial consumer protection and financial inclusion. Yes, that is the National Financial Literacy Strategy. Now, we also have the Financial Literacy for All program. Now, this program is implemented by the financial sector, depending Uganda, in partnership with the government of Uganda. Now, the FLP aims to improve financial literacy among Ugandans aged between 15 to 64. And now the program provides financial literacy training still through a variety of channels, including schools, workplaces, community groups, and also I see here, and other media. Right there. And also finally here we have the Bank of Uganda Financial Literacy Initiative. This aims to improve financial literacy among Ugandans, providing various educational resources and training programs. Now, the Bank of Uganda still also works with financial institutions to develop and promote financial literacy products and services at the same time. Remember, with such initiatives, we're trying to create a balance between, like we saw, the rural people versus the urban people, the women versus the men, the old Ugandans versus the young Ugandans, and we see those figures really balancing out. Though, according to our discussions in the morning call, we realized that there is not really quite a huge gap, because the percentages are in 40s vis-a-vis 60s, yeah. So we can just add a little bit, even though we put it to 50, it would be quite really fair. And with that, we believe that people will be able to make the right financial decisions, which will have an impact when it comes to economic growth and development, because it will affect investment decisions. Well, exactly 28 past 8, of course, as I speak right now, the Market on the Zaba platform already on. Please kindly participate by dialing *292#, which is the USSD code through which you will be able to buy bonds and securities for just 15,000 Ugandan shillings. Now the market's already opened at 8:15 and will be running all the way to 3:15 p.m. East African time, and this is effective Monday up to Friday, except on the weekends and the public holidays when this market cannot be accessed. But of course, that's not the big deal here. At least you have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money, something which I believe personally is quite key and important when it comes to your financial growth and development as an individual. This is a reality for you, and that's why it comes out and boldly tells you that it's my money, it's my future, and all to East Africa still at the same time tells you that you need to do something new for yourself. It is 2023. Well, let's take a break for now, and when we return, we have business and sports and entertainment.